Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are checking out more Twice. Now we're going to be doing 2 songs in this one. I know, crazy for doing one of the singles, but we're gonna be checking out Knock Knock and then getting into the MV and then listening to Ice Cream because I think those are the only new songs in TWICEcoaster Lane 2 that I have not heard so far. So I thought we would just put them all in the same video. So instead of just doing like one video that's just Ice Cream, it felt like a weird way of spacing things out. So we're just gonna do both together. I'm super excited for this. New Twice music is always exciting, but coming off of the last album and TT, I have a feeling that this is just gonna be like so cute and adorable, and I just need more of that in my life. You know, whenever I get to see Twice, it lightens me up. So I'm very excited to get into this. So let's check out the song and the lyrics and everything, and then we'll get into the MV. Okay, let's see what we've got. I like the synths. No, okay, wait. I love the instrumentation. It's just like really rhythm section heavy, so like percussion, bass, that kind of thing. Love that, because this is kind of where like my brain is like the happiest, is in the rhythm section of any song. I love the melodies that they're choosing. Like they're not quite following this pattern I would expect. They're still deviating from it. There's some really fun moments. I feel like the knock knock repeated is gonna be really cute, and like the choreo for this. Yeah, just like loving the melody choices that they're choosing so far. Super fun. It has like a little bit of, I don't know, almost like I don't know if unnerving is the right feeling, but because it's not following the pattern that I would expect the vocals to go, it's kind of like unsettling a little bit in that way, because it's like, oh, I expected to go this way, and then it's shifting, and it's doing so in a way that almost makes it sound darker. I don't know if I'm explaining it super well, but I love when they do interesting things that like go against my expectations. It's like my favorite thing. I love when people shock me. It's one of those things where like I would much prefer an artist to do things outside of the box and to surprise me than to continue to do the same thing that's like, even if it's in a pocket that I really like. I love when people shake things up, even if it's like not necessarily my thing. I'm not saying that so far. I haven't heard enough of the song to make that judgment, but even if it's not my personal thing sonically, I'd love if they tried something new. So I just love that Twice is always doing that. I'm a little bit excitable today, but that's okay. It's that little lift at the end of the phrases. This is really cute, right? Oh my gosh, that was so cute! I was talking about how like Momo's part was really cute, but the little knock knock, oh my god. My heart. I was gonna say, was it Sana? Ah! Oh, okay, really interesting. I like the knock knock repeated. Like I liked it in the actual verse, but in the chorus, I love how it's like really repetitive. There's almost deliberate like staccato kind of feeling to it, which I think really works with like the K sound. So it's like easy to kind of have that be a very staccato kind of cut off sound to it. It's weird because there's like I feel like there are a bunch of like vocal layers, and it might just be like the same layer like copy pasted on top of each other, so that it feels a little bit more full, but it's kind of sinking into the production. I don't know if that's just because the production is like really pulling me in on this song, or if it's the mixing. And I don't know how I feel about it yet, because there is this kind of feeling of, there's almost a collective feeling about it, almost like a choir feeling, because you have like the layered vocals, even though they're not doing harmonies necessarily, they could be, because it's kind of hard for me to dig through to get to the actual vocal melodies in it. So it's just like, I feel like I might have some strong thinking base on this as I just kind of try to parse the sound in a way that I could understand. Sounds like there might be a little bit of harmony in there. The bass though. Ooh, okay, the one that was like shaking my mind or whatever. See if I can like actually find what I'm looking for. Yeah, shake me right out of my mind. I almost feel like maybe that's part of it, like the chaotic sound of it. Even the like knocking, right? Hearing like, I don't know, for me knocking stresses me out, because if someone is at my door, it makes me panic, just the social anxiety in me. But you know, it's, you know, like a knocking sound. I feel like that might be part of like why the percussion is really strong in this, because that is kind of like a beat that kind of matches with the knocking. But I wonder if part of the reason that the sound mixing is kind of chaotic is because of the feeling that they're trying to portray, right? Like shake me right out of my mind makes me think of like chaotic thoughts of them thinking like, you know, you're kind of, they were talking about like, oh, you're already here, and like you make me think all of these things, and I feel all these things, and it's unsettling me, and I don't really know. And there's kind of like this chaotic thought spiral to the lyrical content that I wonder if that's why we have like the layered vocals and kind of the chaotic mixing where their voices are kind of sinking in a little bit, because it's like their actual message, the things that they're trying to say, is kind of getting lost in the noise. Am I giving them too much credit? Maybe, but I like giving them credit because I'd like to believe that that was a deliberate choice. I like how Dahyun lightened up there. Oh my god, Sana's voice is so cute. I love her. Her voice is so cute, but there's also something like so pure about the sound of it. Like it has such a like bright forward sound to it that it's so clear, and it just kind of breaks through production. Like anything that you kind of put behind her voice, it's so good about like breaking through that and making sure that it's heard and it's clear, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like a special flourish in the whole distribution of everyone singing, that it just, oh, it works, and I love it. I really want to hear more of her voice like on its own. We'll probably get there at some point, but I would love to hear like a whole song where I can just like really pull apart her voice, because I feel like she, at this point anyway, like in the early career of their music, has like a very deliberate role in where she fits in the song. But every time her voice comes in, I just like, I melt for her. It's so cute. See, this one, they're waiting for them to knock on the door. I feel like I'd panic. I don't care who you are. Don't knock on my door. Don't come to my home. I don't want you there. It's my safe space. I need a warning. I need to know that you're coming. Okay, you can't just show up. But I think it's really cute to just kind of be like hopeful that someone will show up, right? Like someone will come to visit you. Someone will kind of be in that space that is yours, right? Like I feel like the reason that I'm uncomfortable is because like my home is like my sanctuary and it's my space, and I don't like when people invade it in any way. I also have some problems with people like moving things. like interacting with things. I need things to be in a specific place and it makes sense to me. And if you start moving things around, it really agitates me. So maybe that's my problem that I need to work through. But I like the idea of like wanting someone to come into that space, right? A space that's yours, a space that's important to you, a space where you feel the most comfortable in your most self, and having someone that means enough to you that you're like, I want to welcome you into that space and I want you to be able to see me at my most me. And I think that there's something just like really cute about that. It's really catchy too. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, Tsui, where have you been? Oh, we had ice cream mentioned. I was just thinking, I'm like, has Tsui been in like any other part of the song? Maybe at the beginning? Have I missed her? That makes me feel sad because her voice is beautiful. Ugh. Ooh, the vocals in the back. Even the, like, it won't be so easy to open, right? Like, it's the same kind of that feeling, right? Like, it's not necessarily like knocking on a door of maybe like an actual physical space, but it's almost like I want to let you into like the most me that I can be. And it's not an easy thing, right? It's not easy to open up to someone. And this way we're talking about like an actual door that's kind of like opening up, right? That's not an easy thing to do, to be like your most genuine version of yourself to someone, because I think we all have like a certain, I don't know, persona that we put forward into the world because it matches a specific context. And that can be like how you hang out with your friends versus how you hang out at work, right? You're gonna have like a slightly different persona that you put on, like different parts of your personality that you put forward, but it's also a defense mechanism, right? And not necessarily like a bad thing, you know, because sometimes we need to keep things to ourselves. There are certain things that like, if we just shared that with someone, it would be really out of pocket, and it's not fair to kind of unload on someone when they haven't said that they're okay with that and that kind of stuff. It's really hard to let your most vulnerable parts of yourself be out in front of someone, right? Like, be open with those, even though they may not necessarily be like bad things. It's not like you're keeping a secret that's like awful and dark and you need to like keep it closed off. It's just like, it's hard to let someone know that that vulnerability is there because you have to trust them not to use that against you, right? So I like the whole idea of like simultaneously wanting someone to kind of like initiate that. Like, I want to open up to you, but I'm not going to take the first step, so I need you to be the one that takes the first step. And it's just like, it's super cute, and I'm loving it. The choreo is going to be so cute. Calling it now. Ooh, that little descending synth. I hear those ad-libs in the back go off. Oh, it was so cute. Like, it's so cute, but I feel like it's also, it's a really cute, upbeat, poppy song, but I feel like it has so much more depth to like the concept of it, of it's kind of putting forth a persona. You know what I mean? Like, it's putting forth this persona of like this bubbly, pop, happy song that's like about love and all that kind of stuff. But it's really about like, I want to be open and I want to be genuine, but I'm terrified of what that'll mean, right? Because I have to trust you to take that and treat it respectfully. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen. So there's kind of this double meaning to it, right? Of like, there's kind of the upbeat exterior of the song, but then once you start to think about it, it's a bit of a darker concept of like anxiety and mistrust and that kind of a thing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I like doing that, so I'm okay with that. But let's get into the MV. I think it's going to be so, so cute. Ah, cute. Oh my gosh, the little penguin walk. Oh my gosh, that must have taken so much work to get the pictures to line up. Cutie pies. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's so cute, but I also, all the different kind of versions of them, like there's the different backgrounds, but there's also the different versions where they're like switching rapidly between like the different, almost like stills. It's like stop motion with them, but they're like a bunch of different ones. I wonder if that's significant, because I was talking before about like personas and how you put forth a certain persona and then you have them in all these different outfits, all these different backgrounds, right? So like they're literally like putting on different, almost like costumes within the MV. And I wonder if that's important to kind of the anxiety, right, of like what version of myself should I put forward and like which is the best and how does that work and like should I do this instead or this or that. I wonder if that kind of fits in with it. But I love the kind of anxiously like waiting or like talking about like a crush or like someone that's important to you while like in your pajamas, almost like a pajama party kind of thing, because I feel like we all have memories of that, right, where you're kind of like staying up late talking with your friends and it comes up like about a specific person or a specific situation, like a certain moment that happened, you're like, oh my gosh, I won't believe it happened, and that kind of a thing. So it has kind of that vibe to it, which I think is really cute. I love this. It's almost like looking through a window. Mina didn't have to come for me like that, but I'll never get over that part. This is kind of trippy though. Cute. Oh my gosh, be careful, be gentle. Oh no! Her face. But also, it almost, like, in the part where they were dancing, it was almost like, I don't know, like the frame rate is different, which is, I don't know enough about, like, filmography to, like, actually talk about it, but I feel like the frame rate is different in that part. That's almost making it feel, again, like that stop motion, but it's a little bit more fluid. I don't know. Someone who knows about cameras, you tell me. But it was a cool effect to kind of carry forward. Oh, be careful of the head. That's cute. The like knock. This part, it feels like the frame rate is different. Oh my gosh. Is that who it is? No, close the door. I'm like, no, you're not who we're waiting for. I'm sorry, you can't come in. But they all looked so cute when the door opened that I was like, oh, look at them. And then we got a surprise. Hey, JYP. I totally understand closing the door, though. You're not invited to the slumber party. Look how cute. And their little faces fall. Oh, I love that kind of like open door. Oh, is this a reference to them in TT? That makes me excited about winter. It's so hot where I am right now. Isn't Dahyun again with her little dances so cute? But isn't one of them has a background maybe in ballet or contemporary, because I feel like there was a moment there where I was like, I cannot. I feel like someone said that to me when I was reacting to the like UA MV, and I was like, I could not do like the splits thing that was like on the wall or whatever. I could never. And I think someone told me that it was one of the members had like a background in either ballet or contemporary dance, and that's why. Which one is it? I'm trying to remember back now. I'm like, is it Mina? That'd be me. I feel like I don't have any of that. I'm just gonna wave. Don't stay with the group. Oh, look how pretty. Oh no, wait. You were so cute for a while. Oh, I like that too. Ooh, it closes at 12. You gotta get back inside. Oh no. Yeah, they're not dressed appropriately to be outside for a long period of time. Oh, they look so worried. What happened? Does the door open the other way now? Is it a loop? Now I'm just like, wait, is it a loop with TT? Because I feel like, did the door open the other way? Because this one, it's opening to the right. But didn't before? Yeah, it opened to the left. So it was like mirrored afterwards. I don't know what to make of that, because I don't know if it's a closed loop between these two MVs or if there's more story stuff coming up. Let me know though. This is a really cute MV though. I like getting to see like the slumber party and all the different like colors and stuff. It was cool what they were doing with the like frame rates and stuff and the kind of stop motion kind of feeling with it. I really want to see like a full performance, like see all of the choreo, because I love all the like knocking and then the two members that were like coming apart to like reveal one of the other members, almost like a door opening, was really cute as well. But now I'm like concerned about storyline things because they seemed really worried at the end, and that is a very far cry from what we were at the beginning, which was super happy. I feel like I have to like go and rewatch the TTM MV and like put together a whole story. I don't know though. We have to go check out Ice Cream though. All right. One more song. It feels kind of weird. It feels weird to go off an MV and then go into another song, because usually that's where it stops. But I think this probably will also be super cute. Look at all their cute faces. It's ridiculous how quickly I've come to just be like, I adore them. Ooh. Excuse me? Is this gonna be jazzy? Oh. Oh no, okay, so look, the jazzy piano, I love jazz. I will continue to say how much I love jazz music. It makes me so happy. Piano in general, there's just something about a piano. I listen to piano music just all the time because it relaxes me. So you've already got my attention with that. But then there's soft voices, they sound beautiful. I know I've only heard two of them sing right now, okay? I'm getting a little too excited. But the idea of like, it's almost like the heartbreak of like in Knock Knock, it was like, oh, I want to open up to you. I want to be vulnerable. I want you to see every part of me, like me at my most me that I can be. And it's almost like the heartbreak afterwards of like, you didn't accept it, because it's like, you've seen, I want to give you my heart more. Like I want to give you more, and you've rejected that in some way, which just breaks my heart, because Knock Knock is so cute, and also they're so cute, and how dare you. I will fight anyone who hurts them. Honestly, that's where I'm at. I've known about them in like any actual detail for less than a year, and I'm like, I will fight you. I will fight you if you hurt them. Oh, it's like I hope that like you're missing me and like thinking about you, and it's like I can only think of what you like, I think was the lyric. I'm only thinking about what you like is like I can think of it both as like I'm only thinking of what you like in terms of like a person, but it can also be like I'm thinking of all these things of like, oh, you like this song or this food or this color or you know whatever, like little things that you know that that person likes and like you associate with them because it's like the little details of someone that like you really end up falling for and caring for, right? Those little things that you know because you spent enough time with them to notice. And then when you see those things outside the context of that person being around, kind of haunts you, right? Like the person kind of follows you because you're noticing all those little things, but you don't have the person there to like point them out to or like go and see their reaction of how like something delights them and that kind of a thing. So it feels hollow. The instrumentation, like the bass, the piano, the synths, the way that there's like little pauses in it. Beautiful song, but it's breaking my heart. Oh, that's pretty. No, the vocals. Can we talk about Nahyun? Can we talk about her? Because what was that? Coming out of nowhere, soft, that falsetto, it just like, it breaks through a bunch of the other production, like I was saying, like the bass and stuff that's in there. So there's a much lower tone to the instrumentation. So having that contrast with her voice, but it's also just like really light and vulnerable, right? Which fits with the feeling of like, you know, like the, like, I want you to melt me, right? Like I want to give more of my heart to you, and I want it to be this fairy tale love story of like, I confess my love, you confess your love to me, we are more devoted to each other, and it becomes this like wonderful kind of dream, right? Like I feel like that's kind of the sentiment here, and this other person is just not committed in the same way, and that's so heartbreaking. Ugh, beautiful. I love this line. Oh, instrumentation. Oh, the fret slides. It's so heartbreaking. It's like, are you thinking of me as much as I'm thinking of you, right? Like, it's like, I'm thinking about you all the time. I want to give more of my heart and more, I want to give more to this relationship, more to what we have. And it's like, do you feel the same way though? Because I'm not getting that vibe, right? Like it's that, like, I hope you don't feel differently too, of like, I feel this way and I want to like make the first move. Again, that kind of hesitation of, I don't want to make the first move, I want you to make the first move because I know how I feel, but I don't know how you feel. So there's like, this is kind of like the melancholy, right? I feel like Knock Knock was kind of the anxiety, and then Ice Cream is the melancholy, the sadness, the like after the anxiety has won and nothing's changed, that you're kind of lost in your own thoughts and you're like, I just hope that there's a good outcome, right? Like the production is so good though. It's perfect. I know exactly what playlist I'm putting this on, but the lyrics are hurting me physically. They all sound so beautiful. A little vibrato. Oh, I love how she dug more into her chest voice there. It's a great little like shift in the musicality. But I was also thinking in this part, because they're kind of talking about, hang on, I gotta like find the like melting, right? Because that's like a slow thing, right? Like melting is something that progressively happens over time, as opposed to kind of a like love at first sight kind of falling, right? Like we talk about like falling in love for someone, falling for someone. Falling is a very like sudden, rapid thing that happens, whereas this is like melting. Like I want something sweeter than ice cream. I want you to melt me. I want something that happens softly, slowly over time. I want to kind of be in for the long run, right? It's a very different feeling from like the rapid fall. So that's why it makes me think that this is like an existing thing that is now transitioning into, I want to make this into more of a long-term relationship or a long-term whatever this is. I want to devote more. We've gone through kind of the puppy love at first sight part. I want to get into something more. It's making me sad. And I'm just like, I was not ready for this. Hang on, we're gonna let Nian sing. All the vocals in the back too. I hesitate to say that I love everything about that song because it's sad, but that might be one of my favorite songs they've ever made. What a whirlwind of emotions on that one. I didn't know that doing those two songs together would be such a spectrum of what this group is capable of. But overall, like, I thought Knock Knock is so cute, it's so catchy, it has a bunch of chaotic energy, which I think fits with like the anxiety and the nerves that they were trying to portray. The music video, I feel like I'm gonna have to go back to, okay? I'm gonna have to rewatch TT and then I'm gonna have to watch that one right after so that I can fully understand what's going on, because it's intrigued me and I feel like there's more there. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't care. I like reading too much into things. But then Ice Cream was like so good. Like it was so good, but it was heartbreaking. But at the same time, it was so good. Like they sounded great on it, given. I love all of the lightness that they have in their voices, but they just like fit with the like melancholy feeling of the song so well. Like they performed well. They put the emotion, the character into their voices so well, especially after something like Knock Knock, which is very like bright, forward sounding, more in that like pop sound. So getting the contrast of their voices was really good. The instrumentation, like the production on that song is like perfect. Like if there was an instrumental version of that song, I would love it. I would miss hearing their voices, but I feel like hearing their voices is just gonna remind me how sad the lyrics are, which like upsets me because it was so, I don't know, giddy and cute in Knock Knock. So then having the transition into Ice Cream makes me sad. But I also think that it's really cool that it feels like they're progressing more. I know that people said that there's kind of like a shifting point in their music from like the bubblegum pop to what their more modern sound is now that they're doing with more recent comebacks. But I like seeing this one because it feels like a bit of a bridge between that like puppy love, infatuated, love at first sight thing that we got in previous albums, even in just like TWICEcoaster Lane 1. That there was a lot of that kind of feeling to it, and then having this one that's like, okay, we've been doing this for a little while, are we progressing? Are we getting farther? Are we getting more committed to each other? Or is this it? Is this like the ending point? Is this all that you want to devote to this? Because I want to devote more, but I need you to be on board with that, right? Like it takes two people to have a relationship. So it feels like a progression in the story of like the kinds of relationships that they're talking about in their songs, which I think makes sense. Like they're getting older, they've done the whole like infatuated puppy love thing. They need to progress in their sound, and I like getting to see that. I like that it's not maybe as sharp of a shift, that there's more of a journey with that I really like seeing, especially since I'm listening to them chronologically, that I get to kind of be part of that in retrospect after a few years. But I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this place to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a Twice reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye!